my little Christmas gift. Hey everyone, it's Lindey. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Frequently Asked Fridays. This is the Christmas edition, if it wasn't already obvious by the fact that I'm sitting next to a fireplace with Christmas decorations and antlers on my head. This year has been kind of a show, and so to combat that, I have been having copious amounts of peppermint mocha coffee, way too many cookies, and cluttering my house with lots of Christmas decor. Totally healthy if you ask me. I also wanted to take this opportunity to show off this mug. So it is red and white, yet it is not Christmas related. However, my oldest younger sister gave it to me for Christmas a few years ago and I absolutely love it. It says, "Well-behaved women rarely make history." And I kind of think I should have rethought this sweater a little bit because it's really, really scratchy. I was just trying to get in the Christmas spirit and this sweater said Christmas to me. And I'm immediately regretting this decision. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Merry Christmas to one and all. If this is the first time you've joined me for a Frequently Asked Friday video, every other Friday I post a video going over the most frequently asked questions that I get on my YouTube channel. The purpose of these videos is to fill them with as much information as possible so we can maximize the learning experience in every single video. But my favorite thing by far is my partnership with Wholesale Ninjas, because every single episode in the series, Wholesale Ninjas gives away a 100 count liquidation lot to one of my viewers. This is episode number 8. That means that we've already had 7 winners so far. So now let me tell you how to enter to win on episode 9. All you have to do to enter to win is to go down into my comment section and ask me a question to be featured on the next episode. Just make sure to start your question with 5 question marks because that will indicate entry into the giveaway. You can ask as many questions as you want. However, in order to keep it fair, only one of those questions can have the 5 question marks indicating entry. And make sure to stay tuned until the end of this episode. That way you can find out if you're our 8th winner. Also, if you like this video series, please do make sure to hit that thumbs up button. That lets me know that you really like and appreciate this content as well. I also can't not mention that I am so close to 100,000 subscribers. I am on track to hit it by Christmas, and hitting 100,000 subscribers by Christmas morning would be the best Christmas present ever. So please, if you have not yet subscribed and you're watching today, please do subscribe. It would really mean the world to me. Before we get started with all of the questions, I do want to take just a quick minute to tell you who Wholesale Ninjas is, since they are partnering with me for this video series. Wholesale Ninjas is a one-of-a-kind liquidation company that I discovered a little over a year ago. I was on a hunt to find the best liquidation companies out there to source with, and a simple Google search led me to the Wholesale Ninjas website. I was super intrigued because they had lots of merchandise that I was looking to source. You guys probably know I love sourcing health and beauty merchandise. Wholesale Ninjas had an abundance of health, supplements, cosmetic, beauty products, as well as some general merchandise, and even pallets that you could buy from places like Target. So I picked up the phone, I called them, I asked a whole bunch of different questions. I ordered 5 different test slots, which I did put on my YouTube channel because I was so pleased with them. Because I enjoyed the products so much, I reached out to them and asked them for a coupon code, and I've partnered with them ever since. In my opinion, what makes them truly unique is their spot-on quality control. I've been buying liquidation for a really long time, and I have never seen liquidation so impeccably packaged. Not only that, but there's never a ton of stickers to remove, and you can select which lot you would like based on size. So if you're just wanting to start with a simple 100 count box, all the way up to truckloads. Wholesale Ninjas can literally be a supplier for every step of your business, no matter how big you grow. So for all of these reasons and more, I truly feel like Wholesale Ninjas is a gem in the world of liquidation. As I previously mentioned, I do have a coupon code for them. The code is Lindey25, and it gets you $25 off of anything on the Wholesale Ninjas website. I'll also link their website down in the video description, as well as some direct links to my favorite listings on their site. Thank you so much again to Wholesale Ninjas for partnering with me and sponsoring this video series. All right, let's get into all of these questions because we have a lot today, and I'm going to do my best to get in as many as possible. I know I always say that and I always talk way too much, but I mean it this time. We're gonna do a lot of questions today. You watch me. That will be my Christmas gift to all of you, talking less and answering more questions. Cindy says, I have a question on the Jergens BB body cream that you talked about in the video. So she's referring to my most recent sold video where I talked about the Jergens BB body cream being a discontinued item that I was able to ask a little bit more for and get even more profit on it. Is that considered a duplicate listing on eBay and against their policy? If I have a listing of a quantity of 1 and another listing of a quantity of 3 on the exact same item, I have removed mine that were like that, but if it's not against policy, I would love to know. So I definitely wanted to talk about this because I do know that lots of people have questions because you don't want to violate eBay's policies, right? eBay has policies in place and they will, just like any selling platform, if you break the policy, it really does jeopardize your account. So that is not violating their duplicate listing policy. The duplicate listing policy basically exists to keep sellers from monopolizing the entire search with identical listings. So even though it's the exact same product, you could have a listing of a single, you could have a listing of a double, you could have a listing of 3, 4, or 5. That is perfectly fine. Because even though it's the exact same item, you are still giving a buyer an opportunity to buy different sets with different dollar amounts and different quantities. You can also do this if you have an item that has wildly different expiration dates. For instance, if I received a product that had an expiration date that expired at the end of January 2021, and then I had 10 that didn't expire until December of 2021, I would be more inclined to do 2 separate listings for identical products because I would want to price the one that expires next month very, very competitively in hopes of selling it fast. And then the other listing that expires way in advance, I would price it a little bit higher because it has time to sell. That would also not be violating eBay's duplicate item policy because there are 2 completely different listings with 2 very different expiration dates. They are just wanting to prohibit people from doing multiple listings for one single product that's available for sale. You know, like this awesome coffee mug. If I only have 1 coffee mug, it would be violating eBay's duplicate listing policy to have 10 different listings for 10 different price points of only 1 single mug. Only then would you be violating that policy. Free Range Adulting asks, what stream of income besides reselling would you recommend starting as a secondary stream? Is there an order for adding streams that makes sense? So if you're a reseller and you're looking for a stream of income to add, I think the easiest one to add would be affiliate marketing. Because as a reseller, you're already used to sourcing products and selling them for a profit. And all affiliate marketing is marketing a product that someone else has already listed, and when it sells, you make a small percentage on commission. It's also really easy to start getting affiliate income when you already have a social media platform and you are a reseller, because you can actually affiliate your own listings and promote them to your audience on social media. So if you are an eBay seller, I would highly encourage you to join the eBay Partner Network. The eBay Partner Network is an affiliate marketing platform that eBay provides individuals to market their product and earn an additional commission off of every listing sold. So if you already sell on eBay and you have anyone on your social media that you can post to, every single time you post new items to your eBay store, you can promote those listings using affiliate links and drive traffic to your eBay store. And not only could you potentially sell the items that you just listed to your following, but you can also earn an additional commission off of affiliate marketing of those items. I know, sounds pretty cool, right? That's why I say affiliate marketing should definitely be the second one that you get into if you've already got reselling down. Diana Williams asks, concerning managed payments, does it matter if you have a store and sell regularly or sell rarely? Would managed payments still apply? Yes, Diana. It doesn't matter if you have an eBay store subscription, if you sell 1 item a day or 1 item a month. Once eBay says you must enroll in managed payments, that means you have to enroll in managed payments. It doesn't matter how many items you sell, every single seller will have to be using it. Laura Gillette asks, hey Lindey. Hello, Laura. Sarah, is there a way to pay for shipping labels through a credit card after signing up for managed payments? It would be nice to get the points. So as far as I know, you cannot use any form of credit card directly through managed payments. However, if you are wanting to use a credit card, I would recommend using the Pirate Ship platform. So pirateship.com is completely free, and you can integrate your eBay user account directly through Pirate Ship completely free of charge. And what would happen is anytime you had orders that needed to be shipped, you could just import those shipping labels directly through Pirate Ship. And at that point, you would then create the shipping labels, print them, the tracking would automatically upload into eBay, and you could pay for those labels using your credit card. As far as I know, all of the shipping prices would be the exact same as the eBay discount. Some items that are smaller and heavier, you might even be able to get a cheaper rate using the cubic priority shipping. The only downside is that with Pirate Ship, it is all United States Postal Service. You cannot ship through UPS or FedEx when you use Pirate Ship. April Cox asks, "Hi Lindey." Hello, April. "My inventory is all over the place. How long did it take for you to find the type of items that you wanted to sell full time? I am not seeing one of any type that sells enough only to do that. Please give advice. Much thanks, XOXO. Oh, April. I think that that's different for everybody, honestly. So it took me years, but I almost forced it to take longer than it actually should have taken. So I had sold a lot of different kinds of things, just like you're talking about doing. And then I started flipping beauty, household, personal care items that I would buy from couponers, or I would pick up from people on the Facebook Marketplace page in the city where I lived. And I really did love selling those personal care and beauty items, but I kind of let that fall to the wayside, and I started focusing more on flipping jeans because that's what I had really easy access to. It was easy to find, and the personal care and the health stuff, the way I was sourcing it was in really short supply. But I knew then that that was the kind of stuff that I really did enjoy listing, and I kind of ignored my intuition a little bit to focus on something that I thought I should have been doing. But in a way, I think that it was good that I did that because it allowed me to really learn different things about reselling, learn what I liked and what I didn't like, and then the things that I didn't like, learn why I didn't like those things about it. And it gave me the opportunity to grow capital and just basically educate myself selling a bunch of stuff that I really didn't care about. So by the time I got to the point where I realized what I loved selling and I needed to go back to it, I had the knowledge and I also had the capital at my disposal so that I could start finally sourcing that kind of merchandise. So I know you're probably feeling like you keep sourcing a bunch of merchandise, you have no direction, you feel like you should just settle on a niche, but I'm telling you, doing it this way is good for you. It's helping you grow, it's helping you learn. So don't feel pressured to settle on a niche. Just keep dabbling in different little things and see what you like the best. Not even necessarily what's selling the best, but what you enjoy listing the best, because you can't sell stuff if you don't list it. Even if something is selling well, but you hate listing it, that's going to affect your ability to get it on the site. So keep dabbling in things, pay attention to what is selling well versus what you like listing, and I promise you, you will find your niche. Brent Packer asks, do you use software to manage your income from your businesses? Yes, I use GoDaddy Bookkeeping. I've used GoDaddy Bookkeeping since 2017, and I absolutely love it. You guys ask me which level I use, and I honestly don't remember, but the one that I use, I pay $120 a year. So it's $10 a month, whichever plan that is, that's the one that I personally use. And unfortunately, I don't have a coupon code or an affiliate link for GoDaddy Bookkeeping. I really need to put more effort into getting that though, because I'm always promoting them with you guys, and it would be awesome if I could get a coupon code. But I think to GoDaddy, I'm kind of a small fish, so I don't know if they'd be willing to give me a coupon code or not, but I'm gonna try. Renee Hunter asks, what would you advise to start with Wholesale Ninjas? Makeup or personal care or both? So personal care, hands down, is my favorite thing from Wholesale Ninjas, and you have two different options when you buy a personal care lot from Wholesale Ninjas. You can choose to have cosmetics in it, or have no cosmetics in it. So there is a pretty significant price difference between the two, but I think that having a good mix of cosmetics is wise because cosmetics are a very, very consistent seller. They don't really sell for a high dollar amount. However, they are a consumable that individuals are always looking to buy, and the Wholesale Ninjas personal care lots with the cosmetics is the cheaper option as well, and it gets you a really good mix of stuff. Adele Lair asks, what is the absolute minimum amount of supplies needed to get started? The first thing that you're going to need is a shipping scale because you cannot print your shipping labels from home if you don't know how much your package weighs. It would also be wise to have a few standard poly bags and bubble mailers on hand if you can afford it. Anything that is considered priority mail supplies you can actually get for free from the United States Postal Service. You just need to go to USPS.com and order your supplies. The only downside is if you use these supplies, you do have to pay for priority shipping, which is more expensive. So if you have items that weigh less than a pound and you're going to be sending them first class, I would definitely recommend having a very standard size poly mailer, which is roughly maybe 9 inches by 12 inches or maybe 10 inches by 13 inches, and then some standard size bubble mailers. You also want to make sure that you have some rolls of shipping tape, and then that's really it. You do not need a lot to get started. You don't need a fancy camera, just use your cell phone. You don't need fancy lighting, just use a lamp or natural light. You don't even need sticky shipping labels. You could just use regular paper if that's all you have. Everything that I'm referencing in this video, I will put down in the video description, by the way. Candace L. Jackson asks, hey Lindey. Hi Candace. My question is, when I upgrade to having an eBay store, will I need a reseller's license? No. You can have an eBay store. You don't have to have any sort of business license or reseller certificate in order to do that. Starting an eBay store is also pretty seamless. Everything is imported into a store automatically. You don't have to import anything yourself. Crystal T says, first, thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience. Thank you so much, Crystal. I believe in a past video of yours, you said that you sell on Marketplace. If so, how do you list supplements and vitamins? Marketplace won't let me list any of these types of items. Any tips would be appreciated. So that is correct. You cannot sell health items on Facebook Marketplace. You cannot sell basically anything with an expiration date. You cannot sell anything like baby formula, food. You can't even sell thermometers. I tried to sell a forehead read Braun thermometer and it told me no. So basically, in order for me to hypothetically sell those kind of items on Marketplace, I wasn't really selling them on Marketplace. What I would do is I would list items that I could sell on Facebook Marketplace, and I used that as an opportunity to build a local client list so that when I did have those kind of items that I could not sell on Marketplace, I had a list of people that I could reach out to inquire if they wanted to buy it. For instance, if I sold a Monopoly board game to somebody over Facebook Marketplace, when they came to do their pickup, I would let them know that I am a reseller and I always have numerous different kind of items, including health and beauty merchandise, and I asked them if they would like to be put on my list to contact anytime I have a sale of those items. And then I also asked them if there's anything in particular that they're looking out for. There's a lot of overwhelming response of people very excited about that, asking me to contact them in the event that I come across any vitamins, body wash, or shampoo. And so when I get anything like that that I would prefer to sell locally, I just refer to my client list, I reach out to them through Facebook Messenger, I ask them if they want to buy, and then I sell it that way. But yes, you are absolutely correct that you cannot list those kind of items on Facebook Marketplace, unfortunately. Tess Das asks, do you think the white background is absolutely necessary for the cover photos? I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time on those. Thanks. I should be telling you, yes, it's super important. Make sure to use a white background, but it's not something that I'm sold on. If I'm being 100% real with you guys, which you know, I always want to be completely real with you guys. eBay preaches using a white background all the time. As a matter of fact, as I'm sure lots of you know, eBay also gave a white background tool when you upload photos through the eBay app. However, I'm not compelled to always use white backgrounds, and there's a couple of reasons why. The first reason being that white backgrounds are preferred by Google Shopping, and that's one of the reasons why eBay says that we should all have white backgrounds, because it allows us to get on Google's shopping page. But in my experience and things that I've realized is that it takes weeks for Google Shopping to even pick up your listing, and I like to turn and burn inventory. I don't want my listing waiting around for 3 weeks to be on the Google site anyway. I want to sell it quick on eBay. I could care less about Google Shopping. Not only that, but I am a firm believer in you need to stand out from your competition, especially when you have a lot of competition. If you're trying to sell something and there's 100 other sellers trying to sell the exact same thing, and all sellers are using the exact same white background and all of the items look the exact same and everyone's using the exact same title, what is the buyer going to do? The buyer is either going to settle on the first item at the top of the search page, which you would have to do your this to try to be, or they're going to search based on price because all of the items look the same. That's why I think that having something that looks different to catch the buyer's eye matters. I like to have my listings stand out in a sea of stock photos. Even if I have a white background, I still want my item to look different from everybody else. I want to have a different angle. I want to take my photo in a different way, even if I am using white. So do I think it's completely necessary to use a white background? No, I wouldn't be too concerned with it unless you are really dead set on showing up on the Google shopping page. Joe Childress asks, can you run a markdown sale on only select items or select classes of items in your store? If I mark down everything, the little cheaper items I sell would get marked down too far. And can you set how long the sale is so that the prices automatically return to regular price? I'm new to having a store and I don't know all the things I can do with it yet. So I actually have an entire video all about running markdown sales. I will, if I have the spots up here, I'll put it up here in the iCards, but I'll definitely link it down in the video description. I'll also pin all of this stuff to the top pinned comment of the comment section. So you can select whether or not you want individual items marked for sale. You can select whether you want individual categories in your store to be on sale, and you can select specific eBay categories to be on sale. So you can really customize the sale experience in your eBay store. It does not have to be everything in your store. As a matter of fact, something that I used to do when I sold clothing is I would have my own store category in my personal eBay store that was a clearance category. It literally said clearance, and anything in my store that I really wanted to move quickly, I would edit that listing and put that listing in my clearance store category. And then every month I would run 50 or 60% off markdown sales in just that clearance category. You can also run simultaneous markdown sales. So if you have women's tops and you wanted to sell all of your women's tops at 20% off, but then let's say you really wanted to move your women's jackets because the season was about to be over, you could do your women's jackets 30% off. So you can itemize it by category. You can also just go check box individual items if there was only maybe 5 or 6 you wanted to put on sale, or if you did not yet have your store categories put together, you could opt for the eBay categories. So if you wanted to do all clothing, you could select eBay category, women's clothing, and so on and so forth. But go ahead and refer to that video. I actually run through the entire process of running a sale, and I talk a little bit more about why sales are so important in that video. Nancy Spruell asks, have you ever lost money on a liquidation lot? What's the worst lot you've ever received? Just wanting to know the worst case scenarios. I haven't bought any lots yet due to this fear. So Nancy, yes, I have absolutely lost money on lots. I've lost money on lots and I've also broken even on lots. The thing of it is, I cannot possibly show everything on my YouTube channel. I wish I could. I try my best to be real and honest. If I get a bad lot and I'm not super thrilled about it, you'll probably hear it in my voice. I'll probably mention it during an unboxing. But then on the flip side of that, if I think I got a good lot and then I go sit down to start listing stuff, if I have expiration dates I didn't realize had passed, if I thought something was brand new and it turned out to be used and I couldn't end up selling it. So even after the fact, if something looks like I had a good unboxing, sometimes when I sit down to actually do the listing, it turns out it was a really bad buy. And that's the nature of liquidation, unfortunately. That's just something that you have to expect to happen. That's why I always say never, ever, ever use money for liquidation that you cannot afford to lose. Because every time you buy liquidation, it is a gamble. There is no way 5 years ago, I would have started with liquidation. I was too scared. I didn't have the experience that I felt I needed for buying it, and I didn't have the money to waste on buying a bad lot potentially. There has been a couple of bad lots. I will go ahead and link those videos down in the video description. One of them came from liquidation.com, which liquidation.com was an entire saga that I went through with them. So I'll link that video. And then another one that I got, unfortunately, came from Via Trading. I have had a lot of luck with Via Trading, but then I've also had some bad luck with Via Trading. And I had gotten a pallet of kitchen items that was basically all garbage. And yeah, I lost probably $500 on that. It was very, very sad. My Flips asks, what camera do you use to film? Also, hi. Hello! So I film all of my videos with a Canon G7X. However, fun fact, this last week while I was filming the newest Target palette unboxing from Wholesale Ninjas, which will be posted next Tuesday, the 22nd, in case you're interested, whole new Target palette, I broke my camera. Yeah, I was super distracted. I was trying to hurry up and get inside to help Benjamin with something. I was moving a box. I wasn't paying attention. The tripod fell over and my camera crashed onto the concrete. So I had to buy a new camera, which that is what I'm filming with now. It is still a Canon G7X because I loved my other one so much, but this one is a Mark II instead of the original G7X that I had before. Candy H asks, hey Lindey. Hello, Candy. Quick question. I know you don't have a letter number system anymore, but I was wondering if for your lotted items, wouldn't it be easier to already have them packed and not having to search for multiples during shipping? Thanks. So for the most part, I will have my lots already bagged together in the boxes. I don't package them for shipping, but I will put lots, or rather multiple items that need to be shipped together. I will keep them in the same clear bag. That way, when I do go to pull them to do shipping, they're already all together and I don't necessarily have to dig in order to find multiples of the same item in order to complete the order. PG Taylor asks, would you ever come out with a guide to reselling? So this is something I've actually been wanting to do for a really long time, and I would definitely like to hear down in the comments if you guys are interested in this, but I've never had any form of course or ebook or reselling guide or anything like that. However, I do feel like I do have a different perspective on reselling than a lot of other people out there that do have courses and guides. And I have been getting a lot of requests from people to develop some sort of a course or a guide. And so it is definitely something that I am starting to put a little bit more thought into, especially since I feel like I do have such a good hold on everything that I'm doing so far. I am starting to get to the point where I do have a little bit of help with listing. My sister-in-law has started helping me. This is going to be her second week. And as long as that all is starting to go well and I have help with listing, I would really like to develop something, whether it's an ebook or a mini course or some sort of mentorship program. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do yet, but please let me know down in the comment section if you guys are supportive of that and if that's something that you would be interested in, because it's definitely something that I would love to do, because I do feel like I have a different perspective on reselling, and I do feel like I could bring some quality content and make things easily digestible to people. And I do feel like anything that I would do would be very, very in-depth, and it would be a very straightforward way to find the information without having to do excessive research. Bonds Misk Resells asks, what mascara are you using in this video? I love how your eyelashes look. Love your content. Thank you so much. So you guys actually asked me on almost every video, it seems like there's a comment asking about the mascara that I use. So it's actually Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. It's been my favorite for a really long time. I stumbled across it because I sell cosmetics and I needed new mascara one day and there was a Very Black available, so I went ahead and kept it, and it's by far my favorite mascara ever. My one recommendation though is to not get the waterproof. I'm actually wearing the waterproof now, and this stuff don't come off your eyeballs for real. Every eye makeup remover product that I have, I'm worried about ripping out my eyelashes. This waterproof stuff is no joke. The only reason I have waterproof was because I actually received it in a liquidation and I needed new mascara, so I kept it for myself. I figured I would give the waterproof a try, and it's definitely waterproof. And so also, little tip, if you put your mascara on, make sure to use an eyelash curler. After you put your mascara on, let it dry, and then go back and hit the tips again with a little bit more of the mascara. It'll help elongate your eyelashes, and it gives you kind of a falsies look, even though you're not wearing falsies. Realms Music asks, do you ship on Facebook Marketplace? It has been booming over there. So yes, actually, next month I am planning to do a What Sold on Facebook Marketplace video. As you guys probably know, every single month I do an eBay sales recap video, but next month I'm going to do one for Facebook Marketplace as well, because I have been learning a lot about Facebook Marketplace this month, because I've been listing and selling a lot more over there during December for Q4, and I have been shipping over there. I've completely learned how the shipping works, how getting paid works, and all of that. So all of that information is going to be in that Facebook Marketplace sold video. It should hopefully be posted by the end of the first week of January. But yes, I have been using the shipping option, and it's pretty cool. I have a feeling that Facebook Marketplace is gonna be where it's at here pretty soon. So I highly recommend starting to learn it now, because I kinda like it. Angela Ambrose asked, was there rum in your cup? So the last episode of Frequently Asked Fridays, I said we were gonna play a little game of, is there rum in Lindey's juice today? To answer your question, no, there was not rum in my cup. I waited until the kids went to bed, and then I put the rum in my cup. So was there rum in it? Eventually, yes, but while I was filming, no. That would have just been irresponsible. What do y'all take me for? Lorena Gutierrez asks, hello Lorena. Love your videos, thank you so much. My question is, all of my listings say to add more item specifics. Even though I try to fill as much information on all of the boxes, I don't understand. Why is that? Is it affecting my possible sales? So eBay really wants to have you fill as many item specifics as possible, because on the sidebar of the desktop and also in the filters in the eBay app, buyers can opt to narrow down their search based on certain characteristics that come from your item specifics. eBay uses these item specifics as a way to try to give the buyers what they are looking for. So is it affecting your possible sales? Yes, it could be, because if someone is narrowing down based on the boxes and the filters, if you haven't filled in that information, your listing will not appear in their filtered search. Now, of course, there are some item specifics that are definitely more important than others. So I wouldn't be so caught up on the items that don't feel like they matter, and pay more attention to what eBay says is required or suggested. If eBay doesn't require or suggest an item specific, then a lot of that information might just be pointless, and you shouldn't stress over making sure that they're filled in. Also, here's a bonus tip for you. When you are filling in your item specifics, make sure to select items from the drop down rather than typing in those things. Because when you type in an item specific, that means that that item specific does not already exist within eBay. So even though that item specific will appear within your listing itself, it will not be able to be filtered by the buyer. So for instance, if you're selling a shirt and the color of the shirt is tangerine, and tangerine is not an option in the color item specifics, do not type in tangerine. Look for a color that is similar, such as orange. Because then if a buyer wants to narrow down their search for women's tops and they want to look for orange colors, then they will opt for orange in the filters and your shirt will still appear. Whereas if you actually wrote in tangerine, if they filter by orange, your listing won't show up. Missy Watkins asks, I'm a little confused on liquids. I thought all liquids have to go ground. How can I send liquids by priority? So I did a video all about how to ship liquids. I'll link it down below, but you can ship liquids priority as long as they are not flammable. You just need to make sure that they're properly packaged, and if they do leak, there is something inside the packaging to absorb the liquid. And I go through an entire demonstration and I talk about all of that within that video. But if an item is flammable, that's when you must ship it via ground. Mariana Velez asks, do you think having free shipping on items brings more sales? And how do you decide what items are worth doing free shipping for? So yes, I do think that having free shipping on your items is definitely more enticing to buyers. I think that that is just where e-commerce is going now, especially with Amazon Prime items. I personally will do free shipping on anything that goes first class, or if it weighs over a pound but fits into a priority flat rate envelope or a regional A box. If an item weighs over a pound and does not fit in a regional box or a padded flat rate envelope, then I will charge shipping to the buyer. Courtney Latham asks, what are some secret ways to get time away to list when your little guy is home? I have trouble staying consistent due to being 24/7 mommy. Courtney, I am right there with you, sister. It is without a doubt one of the hardest things to figure out how to balance is being a mom and trying to run a business, because mommy guilt is real. But I can promise you that your little guy will know that you still love him, even if you have something to occupy him so that you can have a few minutes to try to do something else. Now, I know that that's a little easier said than done. I know firsthand that it is nearly impossible for me to get any work done with Benjamin here. Benjamin is 5, but as I'm sure a lot of you know, he is autistic as well. So he does require a lot more attention. I can't always just give him a toy to occupy him so that I can get some work done. He's kind of reached the age now where he does not want me to work while he is home with me at all. It has presented some tremendous problems, especially now since we're all doing remote learning from home. The struggle is real trying to get any work done. I promise you, I want to rip my hair out just about every single day. So I would say do your best. Try to work after he goes to bed or while he's having a nap. Maybe try getting up just a little bit earlier. But if none of that is possible, try working in smaller batches. Try taking a little bit of time at one point to start a draft or 2 or 3 and then save them and come back to it later and take photos, and then come back later and put the photos with the listings, and pat yourself on the back for each individual listing that you can get up, even if it's only 1 or 2, because you're just doing your best, mama. That's what we can all hope to do, is just our best. An idea of something that you can do also is try to enlist some help. Whether you have some help doing childcare, which again is easier said than done. I've had family members offer to take care of Benjamin so that I could get some work done, but if mommy is home, it doesn't matter who else is here. He wants to be with me. So I will have to actually take him out of the house. Like right now, he's actually with grandma right now so that I can film this video. But something else that you can do, if you can't get childcare help, you can maybe employ someone to help you list. Again, I never want to tell someone to go hire someone before you're ready, because you do have to pay money out of pocket in order to hire that help. But something to consider is if there is a friend that is willing to help you, you can maybe create some sort of an arrangement where they help you list and you just simply split the profits when the item sells, rather than you paying them up front to do the work. Almost like creating a business relationship of sorts. If you have a friend and you could say, hey, if you help me list, we can split the profits. We'll work in tandem with each other, and when the item sells, we both get money versus me paying you right now. See if there's any friends that are willing to do that kind of situation. But I know, mama, it is hard, but I promise you, I am there with you in that struggle, and you've got this. I know that you'll be able to figure it out. Melvinia Varnes asks, hi Lindey, hello. I love your videos. Thank you so much. I've learned so much from you. Thank you. My question is, what kind of lighting do you use for your YouTube videos? I would love to see more videos on how to get started on YouTube. I'm also wondering if there's any significance to your green ring. Okay, so I use ring lights for all of my videos. I can't show you right now because I'm using it, but I'll post a picture maybe right here. So I use ring lights. I have 2. I'll usually use one for my face, and then I might use one to light up behind me. I'm not using a second one right now, but I sometimes will in my office if I need my wall lit behind me or something like that. So that's really the only lighting that I use for my YouTube videos. just ring lights. And then the significance to my green ring. So there's no significance to my ring. It is just a silicone band. I actually have a very, very pretty ring, but it is square and it sits very, very high. And I have actually drawn blood on my child more than once because, as I previously mentioned, Benjamin has autism. He has a lot of tics and he stims a lot, and he very unexpectedly moves and he tries to kiss my hand and then he'll stim, and I've scratched his face with my ring before. I've actually drawn blood on his arm when he kind of went up against my hand with his arm at one point. And so after the second time, I was like, I cannot wear this ring around him right now. So I didn't wear a ring for a really, really long time. And I started getting comments about it on YouTube. People were asking if I was not married anymore, why I didn't wear my wedding ring, yada, yada, yada. So I just started wearing one of these silicone wedding bands because my other wedding band was soldered onto my engagement ring. So I couldn't just wear my wedding band and not my engagement ring. So yeah, that's the story behind the ring. I do have a very, very pretty ring, but unfortunately it's technically a weapon, and tired of hurting my kid. James Chrisley asks, if you were able to only sell on one online platform, which would you choose? Hands down, it would be eBay. It would be eBay. Because eBay is the one platform that allows you to sell anything you want. Amazon, yes, things sell really fast for really good amounts of money, but the Amazon fees are also very high. There's also a lot of seller restrictions. There's a lot of gating issues that a lot of sellers have to deal with. There's also quality control. There's a customer expectation of what they receive. There's also this overwhelming customer satisfaction that ends up biting the sellers in the butt. Mercari, I do also like, but they have a very strict prohibited item policy. You can't sell anything health or supplements, which is what I like to sell the most. Poshmark, if I sold clothing, maybe I would like Poshmark a little bit more, but I don't, so I don't. And Poshmark only has one shipping method, which I don't really like, because if you sell something really small, you have to charge over $7 to ship it. So eBay is the one platform that you can literally sell anything in almost any condition and still make money. All right, are you guys ready to find out who the 8th winner is? Drum roll, please. The winner of the 100 count liquidation lot from Wholesale Ninjas, Casey Kara. Congratulations, I've already replied to your comment. Just get with me and I will make sure that you receive your free lot from Wholesale Ninjas. Casey Kara asks, hi Lindey. Hi Kara. My question might take some deep thought. Okay. How have you changed both professionally and personally since you first started selling? I would have to say that my confidence has skyrocketed, which has helped me both professionally and personally. Being a reseller has allowed me to generate a form of income for myself from a job that I created myself, which really gives me the confidence to know that if I put my mind to something, I can do it. A lot of my adult life was spent relying on someone else. And then the times I wasn't relying on someone else, I was out actually getting a paycheck. I was still relying on someone else to give me that paycheck. But being a reseller gives me the confidence to know that I can make money for myself without having to rely on anybody else. I don't have to rely on a spouse. I don't have to rely on an employer. I rely on me, and that makes me feel super empowered. Having this level of personal confidence also translates into being a better business person because I have the confidence in knowing that I am growing something and I know that I'm doing a good job. And so it allows me to feel more confident in taking more risks and do even better. So if I didn't have this confidence, I wouldn't really be comfortable stepping out of my comfort zone and trying new things to potentially make more money. I wouldn't have the confidence to try sourcing other kinds of merchandise, or I wouldn't have had the confidence to reach out to a company and be able to get coupon codes for you guys, or try sourcing new products that can bring me even more income. Confidence is not something that you're born with. It's something that you have to learn. It's a skill that you have to develop. And I really feel like reselling has allowed me to develop that level of confidence, both personally and professionally. And as a result, I'm a more confident person. I'm happier, I'm empowered, and it literally all came from reselling. Reselling is what started it all. It's what started my social media. It's what started my YouTube channel. It's what started me growing a business where I've generated 6 figures this year. That's why I love reselling. I'm so passionate about reselling. I feel like reselling has given me so much personally and professionally. And it's because of that passion, I want to put out these videos, and I really hope that that passion just seeps through the screen at you guys, because I want you guys to feel what I feel about reselling. Give me a thumbs up if you can feel the passion, because I am uber passionate. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate every time you're here to view one of my videos. Again, if you haven't yet subscribed, I sure hope that you will. Don't forget to ask me a question to be featured on the next episode of Frequently Asked Fridays. Don't forget to put the 5 question marks at the start of your question. That way you could be entered to be the 9th winner of a liquidation lot from Wholesale Ninjas. The next Frequently Asked Friday episode will be posted on Friday, January the 1st. Don't forget to check the video description and the top pinned comment. Everything that I referenced in this video, I will make sure is there for you. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you with my next video. Bye-bye.
Ugh, can't wait to get this itchy sweater off.